Evening, welcome, and let me know. Let's take a few minutes to get some, what do we call it? Roll call. Roll call. We got some great stuff for you tonight. SFMF Live, the studio, the production team was in Aggie land. I can't wait to tell you all about it. Very, very motivating. And what we call in the Marine Corps, when you do something like that, something motivating is called regreened, right? I got totally regreened, met up with some old awesome, amazing Marine officers, right? That we served together about 15 years ago. Amazing. And just being in the whole Aggie land, the whole college station area was motivating. Can't wait to tell you all about that. But it is Sunday. God bless everyone. Welcome. It is SFMF Live, and it's been a week, right? We weren't on Wednesday. That was part of, again, preparation to the past couple of days, getting to College Station, getting Annie Banani to College Station. I don't know if she can be on tonight because she's now a fish. She's officially a fish in Aggieland. So gig 'em. All right. But welcome everybody. Let me know where you're calling from, where you're viewing us from. I see Adam East, what's up, guns? Jade, Randall Knapp, what's happening? Yeah. Oh, look at that. Production team on it. I can see everybody. Welcome everybody. Sunday. God bless you all. Hopefully you've had some time to spend with Jesus this morning. If not, you still got the rest of today. It is Sunday. God bless. Randall Knapp. Good afternoon, brother. Uh, what are you doing, man? It's a little foo-foo. I'm doing it. You're doing it with us. Hang out with us for a while and see what we got going on. This is a community of like-minded people, and we're getting ready to get busy. Information, explaining, meeting some new people over the weekend, meeting some people, talking about the channels, talking about the things that we like to do and what the channel is all about. And once again, it's about making it so you don't have to learn the hard way as much as possible. Some lessons you do have to learn because some of us are just hard headed like that. I know it's perfect. We're right there. Coming in from Carlsbad, California. What's up, boss? Eddie, good to hear. Proud of you and happy for you. You made that move. A lot more should have made that same move that you did. So good on you. Get after it. Be interested to see how you do. Uh, good on you. Say hello to your family. Old Jyrene from Virginia is present. Good to see you, old Jyrene. That's some old timers. Again, and not you all know I didn't go to college the traditional way, right? I did online classes and stuff, got my degree later. So that college spirit I never really had. So even college ball, I love watching college football because it seems like they try harder. They didn't sell out yet. They're not big NFL making too much money and prima donnas. College ball, they're still fighting for their spot. So I do like watching college ball. Never really had a college team because again, none of my family went to college. I didn't go. I went to the School of Hard Knocks, MCRD San Diego era. So now we do. Kimi Coco Puz, number one. She went to Cal State Fullerton, didn't have a football team. So that couldn't be my new team. We have a new team, right? And that's the Aggies. And just being in Aggie land was motivating. Yeah, man. What? No, they did not. Fullerton did. Where you at, Kimi Coco Puss? Did you guys have a football team? You had a football field. You better find. Did we watch? Went to soccer games. We're all about soccer anyway. Back then, you better. Where is she? Is she on there? Anyway, awesome, amazing. God loves you. God loves you. I'll put your faith in Him and receive the free gift of salvation. Amen. Big Jordy, the op stopper. Amen. Spread the word. God bless you, brother. Thanks for being here. Hang out. Christ is King, says 3 Key. Are you an Army veteran? Wow. I won't take offense to that because we're all one team, but I'm a Marine. Era. Uh, hi, everybody. Hi, hi. What are you looking for? Right? What do you want me to do? not ramble. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Amen, Jimbo. That's it. Um, God is good, man. Even meeting up with those old Marines from way back was one of them. That wasn't by chance. That wasn't accidental, right? It was a great team. I had been surrounded by such bad leadership the last 4 years of my life. Being around these good, solid Marines was just motivating once again. It was good. JTB, good to be here, Sergeant Major. 1046 Bravo Company 1371. Backbone of the Corps. Engineers, good to see you, JT. Uh, thank you, Jimbo Jones. Appreciate your support. And if you serve, thank you for your service as well. Appreciate you. Old Jyrene says, I got a new neighbor, went to MCRD San Diego 91. Told me he was issued sunglasses and tanning oil. Surfboards, if you're real good. You got to be good to get a surfboard, San Diego. All right, that's Hollywood. Awesome. Yeah. Uh, good evening, everybody. Provosto, yes, God is good. Uh, who is he? What's his name? Uh, USMC. Okay. All right. So welcome everybody. SFMF Live Sunday. God bless you. Leadership is, we always kind of talk about leadership being regreened. I mean, you're going to hear me say that over and over because sometimes you need that, whether you're even prior to joining the service, active duty, whatever branch, and then post service. Every now and then you just need to be regreened. And that's what it did. That's what it did for us this weekend, for sure, without a doubt. Being around, surrounded by just awesome leadership. And I tell you, I'm going to quote one of Annie Banani's Fish Cece's instructors. Already said to her, she's been there 24 hours. And the compliment she got in a roundabout way. I don't even know if this instructor knew that she was complimenting Annie Banani, but it just came out there. Well, I'll share that with you in a little bit. It's motive is one of those just era moments, and I'm sure Annie Banani won't forget that for a very long time. It is Sunday. I don't know what they're doing. Hopefully, they have some time. She gets her phone and she gets to kind of hang out with us and just say hi to all of y'all. You've been on the journey with us, right? You've been on this journey with the whole entire family and getting Annie Banani to this spot right now. So we definitely want to share that with you. John McJunkin, I see you, brother. Good evening. Man, and I waited too long. Good evening, John McJunkin. Good to see you. Oh, there it is again. He's saying hello to everybody, midshipman CC and the SFMF family. She's now a fish, McJunkin. She's fish CC. I think that's all I don't know if they say cadet fish or just fish. I don't know. David Bryant's here. Good to see you, brother. Water and drawing my plans for a cabin in Arkansas. All right, and we'll be in touch this weekend, David Bryant, for sure. Awesome. I'm excited for you to get to Arkansas and you get a fish. You're gonna just chill. Awesome. Grantson, God bless you, sir. Thank you for your sacrifices. Thank you, Grant. Thank you for your support. If you serve, thank you for your service. And God bless you, brother. Amen. God is good, man, all the time. God is good. Rolando, we're all about questions as long as it's real. We don't do politics here. Yeah, yeah. This is it's about speaking life into each other. We're here for motivation. God, core, country. That's what we're all about in this channel here. Big O, good to see you, Big O. And I tell you, Brian Olea, everyone, that's Big O, Sergeant Major, retired. And you have you have just as much as all this getting to this point in Annie Banani's life as well. Like you've been there for all the kids, right? Even when USMC Cece first took that plunge into the Marine Corps, you were there for us then as well. So appreciate you, brother. And she still uses that bag. She's here. She still uses that backpack you gave to her as a congratulations from high school or I mean from boot camp. Yeah, boot camp graduation. Yeah. Um, so Big O was one of the letters of recommendation for Annie Banani to get where she is today. So thank you, brother. And if she's here, a lot of trolls already. Is there a lot of trolls tonight? Let's go, Hammers. Get them. That's right. Let me know. You guys are, I haven't seen any yet because you guys are on it. Appreciate it. Doc Holiday, what's up, Doc? Good to see you, brother. Awesome. That's why we didn't, I don't know if you noticed, if you guys do notice, you guys watched the shorts as well. Didn't do one yesterday, did one the day before, which we'll talk about as well, because that turned out to be a good one about Black Friday. That's fun. Bebop, is it common for Marines to retire 20 years as an E6? It happens. You never know. Nobody knows anyone else's career except that Marine. So it does make you wonder. It makes you wonder if a Marine retires at 20 years as a captain. Hmm. Makes you wonder, but nobody knows that Marine story except that Marine, Chesty Puller, and God. So does it happen? Yeah, all the time. Staff sergeant and captain. Those two I do wonder about myself, but you just never know. And and you won't. And who cares? Those Marines serve their country as Marines. Simplify, and we thank them for their service as well. Uh, all right. How's it going? Hope you're having a happy Sunday. We are just Dubs. We're having an awesome, awesome Sunday. We're going to get into it in a minute. I'm telling you, I fell in love with Aggie Land. Amazing. Everything about it. College Station is amazing. And we had been here, been there a few months ago. We passed through and Annie did the overnighter to see if A&M was on her short list, right? And it moved up over time. It definitely moved up. And those of you that have been with us through that journey, you know, well, I'm going to remind everybody how that went down, how she ended up where she is right now in the barracks as a fish, getting ready to get some. McJunkin picked out some songs for the Sergeant Major, Doc Holliday, and myself to sing at the Marine Corps birthday party. I'm down. You know I'm always down. I'm going to be singing no matter what. After a couple cold ones or not, it doesn't matter. I'm going to be singing. Marines hymn all three verses a couple times. You know we're singing that one a couple times. All right. Uh, New subscriber for real. Okay. All right. We're going to get started. And it's purely motivation. It's about being green. Sometimes you just need that. And most of the time when you need it, you don't even realize that it's been a while and you're starting to get in that rut maybe, right? And you need to be a red all over again. That's what happened when Annie Benani went to NSI, New Student Indoctrination, uh, Great Lakes, Illinois. And I'll be honest, I'm transparent. My expectations weren't that high. I don't know why. It wasn't Marine Corps boot camp, wasn't OCS. Maybe those are the reasons. I'm biased. All right, not 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 fair, but accurate. So what we've learned from NSI, Great Lakes, run by the Navy, there's some Marines there. Pretty awesome. It turned out to be great. And he learned a lot. It was 2.5 weeks. That was the other thing. I'm thinking 2.5 weeks, what could you possibly really do in 2.5 weeks? Well, they learned drill, they chain of command. She ended up graduating as a squad leader. 2.5 weeks drill. They did the gas chamber, firefighting, not firefighting, fighting fires like on ship. They get OC sprayed. I mean, just the gas chamber, no taser, OC spray. Um, but it was intense. It was a intense 2.5 weeks with discipline. There's drill instructors, Marine drill instructors, some petty officers. I don't know if they were prior instructors of their boot camp, but Great Lakes is also where Navy boot camp is. So I got to guess that those petty officers were also instructors of the boot camp at one time. So they were intense as well. Yeah, I mean, getting some just in their face, knife hand, the whole push up and all of the PT. Awesome. The stories that Annie Benani told us, I was like, all right, that I'm sold, impressed that this is the preamble, if you will, to whatever college they're going to. And all these men and women are going to not the service academies, but they're going to ROTCs. So any college with the ROTC, and he's going to A&M, Corps of Cadets, and ROTC. So I got to imagine every single well they are every single cadet that was there or midshipman was at NSI was going to a school or college with ROTC. So good to go. Impressed. 3 weeks later is when we took Annie to College Station, and she's locked. Boom, she's locked in. She was ready to go. Learn from again just what she already knew. JROTC, where she had some awesome instructors at JROTC, Army JROTC, a first sergeant and a master sergeant. Two awesome individuals helped prepare her for the day we dropped her off, A&M. So she was locked in. Yes, sir. No, sir. Aye, aye, sir. And even the cadre at A&M was like, hey, relax a little bit. Looking at me, head and eyeball straight to the front, lips closed. All right, sir. Yes, sir. They're like, hey, relax just a little bit. Relax. Go ahead and look at me. Go ahead and smile a little bit. Oh, take a deep breath. Yes, you're a fish. You're new. You're at the bottom of the totem pole. You ain't no battalion commander in your old high school anymore. That's not NSI either. So relax. We're here to teach you, here to learn. You're going to do great things here. So that took her a little while just to unlock, if you will, which she'll never unlock all the way. To today, she's there. It's a Sunday, so a little bit different. They went to church, of course. She said not everybody went. It was optional. Chow, she said, was a little chaotic. But she still doesn't know 100% what to expect because it's new. And she just got what? Oh, today? Oh, Canes. So it's Sunday. It's not NSI. It's definitely not Marine Corps boot camp. Oh, Lane's chicken. No, similar. Anyway, it's Sunday. Okay, I'm still. I got to guess. I got to assume that they're going to turn up the heat tomorrow, first training day, because in 1 week, a week from yesterday, they're already going to be marching. They're doing a review, a fish review, where the entire battalion, regiment, not sure with all the lingo yet. I'm still getting it, but they're going to march on. 1 week. This is 1 week, and they got 1,200. How many new? Anybody remember the number of new fish? Huge, right? A&M is huge. 71,000. Oh yeah, 71,000 total students. Don't quote me on these numbers. I mean, fire hose of information that we've been receiving the last couple of days, but amazing, amazing people that we've met along the way. The short journey that we've already had, it's been amazing, and I attribute it. You already know where I'm going with this. 100% to the leadership. They have a new commandant, brand new, big things to come out of him. Very excited for him, his family, and all of A&M. He's a Marine, right? Come to learn over this, a Marine general. There's a Marine general at Naval Academy, Marine general Norwich, Marine general BMI. Is it BMI? Frenette, General Frenette. Again, just common theme here. None of these schools are Marine schools. The Marine Corps doesn't have a college. We don't have ROTC. We have the Marine option in all of these service academies and all the schools like A&M with ROTCs and Corps of Cadets. None of them are 100% Marines. So what a better way? Put a Marine at the top. Put a Marine as the commandant of cadet. It doesn't always work out. You already know that it can be bad in other situations, and I just lived to it for 4 years. These are Marine generals with a passion to serve and want to be there. And it doesn't matter our background. We already know 100% passion. The Marines are there to make it better. 1% better every single day. Could other generals do it? Sure. Absolutely. And this is not one of my Marines is only answer right now type of speeches. It's just a coincidence that all these high level schools, these all core cadets, this the future, right? These are future officers of all branches of the service, led by Marine generals. So we'll see. David Bryant says that will be different for her. The Army marches differently. Amen to that. It is. She did learn Army drill, but she lives with the Marines, had lived with a Marine and her Marine sister, and she'll get it. She catches on quick. She's one of those she'll listen to a song one time and know the words, the entire song. Same with drill. I told you what she liked to do on her free time. She'd watch, of course, YouTube videos like every other teenage kid, except she would watch YouTube videos of her unit drilling when they went to competitions, San Antonio Nationals. She would continue to watch like a coach for a football team watching film. She would watch film of herself and her unit drilling. Oh, okay. Okay. Um, all right. McJunkin. We okay. You made some contacts, John McJunkin. You with your crew tonight? All right. Uh, Texas has a Marine High School in the Valley. Brownsville, Texas has a Marine High School in the Valley. Which one is that, David Bryant? In Brownsville, a Marine High School. Oh, ROTC, JROTC. And they're all over. Marine JROTC, JROTCs. Marines have the Junior Reserve Officers Training Corps. Marines have JROTC, not ROTC, not college. That's why. So for the Marine option, you have to go to one of the other services. Army, Navy, Air Force all have ROTCs, college ROTCs. And the number one reason why Annie Benetti chose A&M is another phenomenal story. Because we didn't know. When she revealed her decision to you all, it was being revealed to us at the same time. Those of you, I don't remember what live show it was, but she did an unveiling of her college shirt. We didn't know either. We all learned the same time you did. Because everyone so far, when we were at College Station, everyone, welcome, Aggies, gig 'em, welcome to college. Everyone was phenomenal, phenomenal. Just felt this so comfortable being there. We felt part of the family already. And the question always came up because we got separated, right? They took the cadets one way and then they took the parents another way, just welcome aboard and indoctrination. We met back up later. It's phenomenal. Leadership there right now is amazing. It all worked out. It was smooth. And the question always came up, why A&M? Right? Fair question. Whether we were with Annie or not. And it's a little era to tell the story. Her reasoning was one, we fell in love with Texas, really liked the people, the food, everything about it. The second one was because you all know the colleges she was accepted to and had to decide which ones to go to. Naval Academy and um, Norwich, West Point. With the Marine option, none of those could guarantee that she would receive the Marine option. West Point, the chances are slim. Naval Academy chances were better, but still slim. And she fell in love with A&M. And that was a guarantee. She didn't want to take the risk of not being able to become a Marine officer. Era. So that helped her decision to go to A&M. And then all the other motivation behind A&M as it stands right now. So pure motivation. And that is a question that Aggies do want to know, the Corps cadets. Alumni and current ones want to know, why did you choose? Because that's important, right? I had nothing better to do. It was the last on my list, but I figured, what the heck? You go to be an Aggie for the Aggie reasons, and she did. Hurrah. All right. Look at John McJunkin says, Sergeant, your channel has helped reunite me with two former Marines from old 22 and 23rd. Awesome. McJunkin, that's again what it's all about. Dave Bryant says it's a Marine Military Academy near Brownsville. It is, David Bryant, in Harlingen, familiar with it, and we'll talk about it one day. That's a ROTC. Leadership issues there right now. They need a lot of work. It's not what it sounds like. That's for sure. The Marine Military Academy, or you would think. It's absolutely not right now, and they need some. They need to be regreened. The whole entire academy needs to be regreened. Yeah, I mean, and they're kind of destroying the Marine name to it. Sounds great, and I'm sure the website even looks, but there's zero leadership right now. It's um, complacency kills. That's you look up complacency, they are the model for complacency destroying an organization. All right. Michael's Drones, what's up, Michael? Good to see you. Good evening, Sergeant Major and production team. Good to see you. Good to see you. What? Oh, the production team says hi. I thought she was giving me the one finger salute again, which she often does. Remember, if I blink twice, I need help. Production team says hello, Michael. Good to see you. 2111, good MOS. That's armor, right? 2111, 2100 fields. I think so. JN, USMC. So I made it. Now that you're out, have you thought about growing a beard? SFMF. Simplify, my friend. Yes, I have. I'll be honest. And no, I won't. Couple reasons. One, I don't think I can grow a full beard. I can't grow one of them cool ones like these special forces guys. And phew, I'm Italian, so I can grow one of them big mustaches. Um, and I'm fanatical. I'm a little anal, right? I shave every single day, no matter what. Right. If even if I'm not doing anything, I shave every day. So I've thought about it, and I'm going to when I'm guessing maybe about 80, and I just don't want to shave anymore. I'll let it grow. Might be a couple gray hairs in there. At one point, I did the little goatee and I tried to do that. I didn't like it. Right. I couldn't not be clean shaven. And there was a couple blonde hairs in there. My wife thinks they're gray hairs. Not buying it. It was blonde from the sun. Anyway, good question. No one's really asked because you see Marines soon as they get out, boom, that's the first thing they do. Stop shaving. Some even grow the hair out, ponytails and all kinds of weird stuff. All more power to them. I can't even grow my hair out. I think one time we were at Big Bear on vacation, snow skiing and stuff. I let my hair grow for about 2 weeks and it was killing me. I didn't like it. Never. Good question. Thanks for asking. That's funny. No one has ever asked that. Marcus Jones, everyone, remember, everyone in chat, please don't forget to smash that like button for our awesome host. Thank you so much, Michael. Appreciate you, brother. What's the name? Casey Haskins sat with his recruiter. He's got hand tattoos, finger tattoos. I'm guessing you got probably SFMF something on your fingers. Just getting whatever it is. The Marine recruiter is telling him no. He's telling you no. That's not waiverable, or he doesn't want to put in the waiver. Be very careful with this. Yes, I always say everything's waiverable. It doesn't mean that that waiver is going to go through. But I've personally assisted two Marines with tattoo waivers. Both of them made it through. So much more to it. Casey, don't stop. Don't stop. Don't give up. Don't not that that recruiter doesn't know what he or she's doing. You have to keep pushing. And as did I. One was for my own daughter. USMC Cece had to get a tattoo waiver, and it wasn't easy at all. Yeah, I mean, we traveled. We traveled to see a sergeant major of the Fourth Marine. It doesn't matter who, but continue to fight. Casey, come back on it just so I can So I can say I want to get a snapshot of your name. Um, neither of those two waivers were hand tattoos. These were wrist tattoos, so could be different, right? And I just, even my own daughter's recruiter said, "Sorry, cannot. That's a waiver. It's not going to go through. It's not going to go through. It's not going to go through." Guess what? A couple months later, it went through. So don't stop fighting for it. Randall Knapp, thank you, brother. Randall Knapp just donated 5 subscription memberships to 5 random people. So if you get a, oh, it says it right now. Like a Balasetti received one, Infinite Process, Masked Patriot, Eric Green, and You're Cozy. You all just received a free membership from Randall Knapp. Thank you, brother. Semper Fi to you. That's awesome. And now we have more members, more green names on there. You guys are awesome. Randall, thank you, brother. That's awesome. 5 new members. Boss Eddie, you better appreciate that. Play it forward. All of you can, if all of you can play that forward somehow, some way. Pay it forward. What I say play? Pay it forward. Pay it forward. And then the rest of us can play it forward. All right. All right. Menachem, good to see you, brother. Great for us. Menachem, where you at in your journey? Soon to be, right now he's an unofficial SFMF chaps, soon to be an Army chaplain. Chaps. Huge responsibility, Menachem, seriously. Have, have, I was going to say, all great chaps except one. Even they except one, still a great chaps. What? Oh, Casey. Oh, Casey Haskins. Thank you, sir. My little brother is in SOR right now, is much farther than me, a Marine than Army. Man, it's right on the cusp. I can, yeah. Casey, again, here's my advice. Second, third, and fourth opinion. And it's going to be that squeaky wheel gets the grease until you hear it from the commandant of the Marine Corps. Yeah, again, the recruiters can work some magic. Recruiters are some awesome people. Big O still here. What do you think? What do you think Casey should do? He's got hand tattoos. The recruiter's telling him cannot. You're going to have to join the Army. Unfortunately, I think we lose some awesome individuals that way because of not doing the right push. Menachem says, I'm anxious because I'm a young man and it is a great responsibility back to being a chaplain. Um, 2 things. Casey, again, good luck to you. God bless, brother, and we'll be praying for you. And here's why. Here's why I'm so passionate about it, Casey. We have a very good family friend, legacy Marine. Mom was a retired gunnery sergeant. Dad was a retired lieutenant colonel. Awesome family all the way around. Just good people. Their son was in JRTC with not the same school as my daughter, but with USMC Cece. We just knew each other. Right? We served together. We served together. Grew up together. Families grew up together. Anyway, awesome family. And he was in a Navy or JROTC program growing up in Hawaii, and just knew he was going to be a Marine. And he's just a kind of dude. Went to join the Marine Corps, and the recruiter told him, "Sorry, MEPS says no because you have some medical history from way back, and doesn't affect him anymore, and it hasn't for like 10 years, but still, it's in his record." The Marine said no. Um, put in for a waiver. The recruiter may have put in for a waiver. I don't know. I'm not a recruiter, but he did put it in. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So sorry. So he did put in for a waiver, and it was taking months and months and months and months. And this kid was ready to go now, graduated high school ready, motivated as all get up. He was it. Couldn't wait anymore. Marine Corps kept kicking it down the road. We're waiting, we're waiting, we're waiting. All his buddies were joining, going to boot camp. He was waiting, trying to be patient, trying to be patient. Checked in the Army in the meantime. Army, what he got for me? The Army's like, oh my God, yes, we'll give you whatever you want. They're probably giving him money, whatever. MOS, the Army desperately needed this kid. And he felt that after a while. He felt it. He's like, you know what? All right, you got me. I give in. I'll be a soldier. Hua. special forces. I don't know where he's at now, but the Army won that day. They won a huge in this guy. Weeks after he went to boot camp, well, I'm guessing shortly after he went to boot camp, the Marine Corps said, hey, waiver approved. Send it to this guy and get him in the Marine Corps. Too late, sucker. Come on. Failed. The Marine Corps failed that one big time. Lost an awesome, awesome Marine. Good on the Army. Well, Menachem, you got a good one. You got a good one from us right there. So Casey, don't stop, don't quit, don't give up, right? Never quit or give up until you hear it from the commandant himself. You get him laid off. There's got to be how bad you want it, right? How bad do you want it? Do do what you got to do. No regrets, right? Don't have a regret later on, um, and say, man, I wish I would have. Don't be one of those. I was going to join the Marine Corps, but the almost served Marines. But it's on you. How bad you want it. All right. Ooh, Army people are pretty happy about that story. They got a good one. Casey Haskins says, "Thank you for the advice, sir. I've been on the brink of almost giving up, but now your reassurance is welcoming. I'll get back to the Staff Sergeant Navarez and fight for it. So go for it, Casey. Keep us posted, please. Keep us informed. Pray, everyone on here, please pray for Casey. Right, prayer works, brother. Everyone here knows that. So good on you. Good on you. We'll be watching. We'll be watching and praying." Old Jyrene says people just don't listen to recruiters. They told Julie not to go. They told her not to go downtown. The Marine recruiter hanging around, waiting for you. The producer even said, "Old Jyrene's on fire today." Yeah. Could have, should have, would have, right, Todd? Yeah, there's those. Going to join the Marines, but what? Why didn't you? Uh, don't go to the Army. Let's be friends. Oh, we're serving here. Yes, prayer works, right? Do it with careful thinking or you'll fail. In my prayers. Thanks, Randall Knapp, for praying for these guys with us. Awesome. Michael Jones, Marines. Title is earned, not given. Era. Um, so once again, back to the leadership part of and here's as we're driving through College Station again, impressed. There's Aggies everywhere. I didn't have my Aggie swag yet, right? My Corps Cadets dad shirt. Yeah, you better believe I got some now. What I found motivating also was just in College Station, and this is summer. School hasn't started yet. I know, like Annie, for instance, she her crew showed up Saturday, yesterday. Her crew was getting there yesterday. The old timers, the upperclassmen, everyone's starting to show, but school is not in yet. School's not in session for anybody. And the town of College Station and the surrounding areas, there is so much love and support of the Aggies. It's amazing, right? The maroon is everywhere. In clothing. We're just shopping, going to just regular stores, getting gas at the gas station. You feel the love and support, right? And then College Station is beautiful. The stadium, flags everywhere. Texas A&M flags. They have their own stores, right? The bank is called Aggie Bank. I mean, they don't play. Everything is Aggie land. Old people, young people. It's motivation. Just it's so comforting to know that she's in a place like that. And I can't speak for any other college, but I'm sure they're all the same, right? Their big rivalry, of course, is the team. Not supposed to say it anymore. The and I'm sure their area and their town is just the same, and against their biggest rivalry being Aggies. So very cool. There's Kimmy Cocoa Puffs and gig 'em, right? Might have to change my shaka to a gig 'em. I don't know. Maybe I'll do both. But it was Maroon Town, right? David Bryant knows. It's amazing. and motivating. I bet if people had to pay $1 for every time that phrase was uttered, we'd solve the national debt. It was good. Have a good attitude and motivate to serve others better day by day. Look at that. Suave Jimmy says, you have a lot of aura. Jimmy, I don't have a lot of aura. I have a lot of aura. Thank you for saying that. Appreciate it. As worn out as we are, and I'm looking at the production team, the producer, it's been a hell of a ride these past couple months. I'm talking not just driving, and we're not even done yet. Not just traveling, the mentally tough. Right, we talk about it all the time. Physically fit, mentally tough. Yes, I got up early this morning, went to the gym. Physical part is I'm okay with. The mental toughness is that can get to you. So you have to remain mentally tough. And even hearing from Annie Benani after the chaos of dropping her off and that laptop issue, I went late last night. I had to find some instructors, and I'm a parent. I need some help here, and just the chaos of all that. Finally, I think it was when Annie Benani probably laid down on the rack for the first time, exhaled, and said, "Thank you guys so much, man. This has been chaos." And I'm using my own words now, but she's probably like, "I'm here." Right, the next step, next part of this journey, um, takes a village, right? How's that saying go? It takes a village to raise I don't know what it is, but it truly does. And with all of your love and support, our family, our internal family, and our external family of the SFMF family has been phenomenal. So we're excited. We're excited to watch this play out in real time. Don't let me forget. I'm going to tell you the compliment she got. Was that this morning? That was this morning. Again, hadn't even been there 24 hours yet. In a roundabout way, I think this person may have ultimately give her the best compliment in the world. Michael Jones, we'll be here, brother. And I saw Carl Green. What's up, Carl Green? You got up early. I just now pumped out of my rack, jumped out of my rack. You kidding me, Carl? What time is it? You just I can't sleep in. In fact, I did though. When I say early, normally it's a 3:30, 4 a.m. thing. This morning was late, like 8. I hate to even admit that out loud. It's like 8 o'clock. I did get some sleep. Uh Look at it. Kelly says having a physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual balance makes a good leader. I love that, Kelly. That's awesome. And absolutely, you need all of those things, right? Just one is not enough. Someone used to tell me, "Oh, all you care about is PT." No, idiot. That's all part of the bigger picture. You physically fit, you feel good, you, you you're on top of your game, right? Everything else just kind of falls in spiritually, mentally, emotionally. Kelly said it, right? Everything that Kelly just said, it can start it with any one of those where you're absolutely 100. I'm telling you, a couple different people in my last chain of command would say, "Oh, you care about a PT." Really? Dummy? How about you incorporate all those things together? What? Oh yeah, it's no more name calling. That's the spiritual, emotional side. I need to find the what's the 15th leadership principle? I mean trait. Um, yeah, see, I already forgot it. God bless you, by the way. Awesome. You have more likes than viewers. Derek, what's up? I saw Derek on there. I saw you earlier. Malcolm says, Sergeant Major, PT was moving the lawnmower this morning. Is that okay? Yeah, actually, it is. So at times when I can't get to the gym or I can't actually go for a run, I want to do something like cleaning the counter or something. You get some kind of physical fitness in. So yes, anything can turn into some kind of physical fitness. So running the lawnmower, yes. Hopefully you got a big yard. Uh, Sandro, €2. Is that what that is? Remember when we caught that body and got away? No, it wasn't me. I'm trying to implicate me. Uh, Said I'm happy. Chubbs doesn't like the name. Colin. Yeah, chaps, and my bad. It's I feel very passionate about that one in particular because it was from some leadership that really could had nothing valid, right? Because I'm one of those aggressive, let's make things 100% better every day. And I was fighting an uphill battle with some complacent leaders who just didn't care about getting better. And I have a hard time with that. I still to this day have a hard time with lazy leadership, right? Because all the things that we were trying to implement would cause those leaders to do work. They don't want any added work. They want to keep chilling. That's what complacency is. I just sit back, relax, and collect that paycheck. Easy. Remember, I said leadership with more leadership. Um, no, not with more leadership. Yes, more leadership comes more responsibility. Your work doesn't end when you hit the top. Your work doubles, sometimes triples. If you are the one man in charge of an entire CEO of an organization, a school, it doesn't matter what it is, your work just tripled, not less. And then you surround yourself with aggressive people that challenge you so you can make it better. You get complacent and comfortable. It's a good school, right? David Bryan was talking about that one. It's good. Who wants to just be good? Why don't you want to get better? Why don't you want to get freaking awesome? Right? Every single day get better. Takes work. Takes work and people are lazy. Leaders are lazy. All right. Casey Haskins, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Again, we're with you 100%. You got to keep us posted. You got to let us know where you're at with it and don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop pushing it. Don't stop pushing it. No regrets. Thank you, Casey. Appreciate your support as well. Uh, Menachem, are you allowed to say hell like that? Mm, chaps. All right. So are we ready to hear that compliment that Annie Benani got? And it's still early. Again, she's barely been there 24 hours. They all showed up. They checked in yesterday was Saturday. Today is Sunday. So this morning was church. And she said it was optional. A good portion of them went. Hopefully, they see it's hopefully she can lead by example, more people to go find Jesus, right? Especially on Sundays. All these young adults are away from home, most of them, I'm guessing, for the first time ever. So what a better friend in God, right? How great could that be to them? So she said it's fine, and it's early and it's new. Few people went. So it was a 30-minute walk, and it's Texas, so it's almost as hot as Arizona. Where's Lake Cookie? Sweating all the way there and sweating all the way back, even early in the morning in Texas, you're sweating. But she found her way. And then after that, I think probably after lunch, the boys got their haircuts, right? Free haircut. You go to A&M. Buzz cut. And she said it took everything in their power, the females who had to stand by and watch the boys get their haircut. And of course, I'm sure the upperclassmen were like, had some funny comments about the boys getting their head shaved for the first time. So very cool. That's where they are in their training right now. Still early, but what a great experience for all of them. The young men and the young women, right? Just to start out the new chapter in their life. Man, that's what we've been talking about forever. And now she's there. Uh, the 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 upperclassmen have to, how it is, and I didn't get that sense of because we talked about hazing, right? Anybody knows what to look for in it. Different between rite of passage and hazing. And with today's society, I, I'm not naive, and I don't think it has completely stopped. I think the ridiculous type of hazing has. God willing, pray that it has. But she knows what to look for, knows what to do if she ever sees anything like that. All right, John McJunkin says, so I made your update on debt Poolee number two is still planning to leave for boot camp in her ship out date, even after her horrific assault and rape. See, oops, I don't know if I can say that. She has already been in therapy, but still wants to go. God bless her for being strong. God is with her. We'll continue to pray for her. She's still going to go. That's brave. Super, super brave, and we're proud of her. And we, I mean, is anything we can do for her, we absolutely will. Yeah, yeah, that's what the producer said. Get on that team, and she'll be surrounded by the FAFO crew, right? Well, no one will ever let that happen to her again. She needed a band of brothers and sisters in the Corps. What did Kelly? I didn't catch Kelly's right now. What she said. Um, yes, Casey. Thanks again. Really appreciate that. David Bryant says short timers are hard to deal with. They think that they're out for before they actually are. How would you deal with this issue? So short timers, David Bryant, interesting point. And I'm going to talk about this for a minute because it's a leadership issue as well. You know, I relate everything to leadership. And you have those the 10%. You know, funny, Aggies call them the 2%ers. 2%. That's a great odd if you ask me. The Marine Corps has 10%. Most organizations have 10% birds. Aggies say the 2%ers. So what do you do with those short timers? Because yes, they think they're out already. They act like they're already out, and their EAS is 60 days from now. But yet they're a pain in everyone's behind. What do you do with them? The negative ones, the bad attitude ones, easy. You task them out. You task them out. You supervise them. You put them on some the not the menial tasks. I don't care who you are. If you just assign people tasks to keep them busy, that's poor leadership. Do they deserve the best leadership in the world? No, because they're displaying that kind of attitude. Short timers, I ain't doing nothing because I get out, and the F you, F the Corps screwed me kind of people. They're out there. So you task them with things that need to be done. You just don't want to give it to the good Marines because they deserve better. The key is they have to be supervised though. But step back, detach for a minute, and ask yourself first before you ask them, why the bad attitude? Why do you feel this way? Why do you feel that the Corps screwed you and you need to be an a-hole on your way out? What happened? And half of what they say will be true, right? They'll say, "Well, Staff Sergeant Woods name screwed me over, and I should have did this. You got the best Marine in the shop, and I'm the best mortarman there is." And again, 50% true. The other part of the 50% that he or she thinks is true is their perception. You can't change their perception. You can only work on the reality, right? Perception is reality. Most of the time, is not. Find out from this Marine what really set you off. Why do you feel that way? Because it's the leadership. And here's why. Here's why I say this. As a leader, and I was guilty of it, and I, man, a huge regret. We come back from a deployment, everyone's fired up, go on some well-deserved leave, right? Some are getting promoted, some are going to school, some are PCS into another duty station. And someone to just get out, right? They're fed up with it. When leaders dismiss those that are getting out, that's where that attitude comes from. Those Marines that just served 4 years, and for a while there, back in the day, these guys are doing 2 and 3 deployments in 4 years. Tell me they don't deserve 100% of your time as their first sergeant, as their sergeant, as their commander, anyone in their chain of command. And I failed some Marines, man, when I was the first sergeant, back-to-back Iraq deployments, back-to-back. And these Marines were getting out. Brother, they're fed up. They're young, 22-year-old, been in combat longer than they were in garrison. They wanted to get out. And being a lifer, right? Being a first sergeant who's getting ready for another deployment, I would be mad at those Marines. Really? You're getting out? Well, do what you got to do. and I would dismiss him. Ah, God, it hurts me even to say it out loud. The poorest leadership possible. You kidding me? The volunteer service, these Marines volunteered their life, put their life on the line for all of America, and some ungrateful Americans put their life on the line. And I was mad because they were getting out. They've already served, they did their time. So it's a leadership problem. Those Marines that are getting out with the bad attitude, David Bryant asks, why do they have that bad attitude? Some, yeah, some are just a-holes in it. I mean, that's just how they're sure. That's probably the two percenters. I think the Aggies got it right. Those are probably the two percenters. The rest, we as the leaders need to find out what tipped them off, what set them off, what made them have that attitude. And I guarantee you, yes, I'll guarantee you, it has to do with leadership. That's what I'm finding. That's what I've been finding out since the day I retired. Problems are leadership problems. They are 100%. I'm telling you, last 4 years, I lived through it, painfully lived through it. It's leadership. Boils down to that. Thanks, David Bryant. That was awesome. That was an awesome question. What do you do with those short timers with the short time attitude? Motivate them. That's my short answer. I guess I could have said that. Motivate them all the way up to the day they get out. Malcolm says, Sergeant Major, senior chaplain told me that accepting criticism and constructive rebuke, especially as a young officer, is crucial. Humility and being humble is key. I need to admit that it's tough at times. And not just for chaplains, not just for officers, for everybody, right? I have a hard time with the constructive criticism of the producer. Hard to believe. I know. Liz, you're going to shake your head right now because that's my own internal leadership problem I have with myself. What? I can't do no wrong. I'm a leader. It's hard to accept any kind of criticism from anybody, especially when you don't see it. Here's what you got to do with that, Menachem, and everyone else listening. If you hear it more than once, there's a problem somewhere in the process. You hear me talk about my last organization over and over. I submitted at least 15 after action reports, topic discussion recommendation. I assumed if the leadership heard it once, why aren't you doing anything about? I mentioned all these. Why is it not fixed? Okay, it's only been one time, two times, three times, four times, five. You get up to the double digits of times bringing a topic up that is clearly visible by everybody. There's a problem. Don't wait 15 times, Menachem. And I had to teach myself that as well. You tell me two or three times, and yes, I'm hard headed. I got to be told more than once. The problem is here. The problem is me. That's what my last organization refuses to see. They are the problem. 100%. Ego gets in the way. They're not going to admit it. And, well, my way is right. I've been doing it for 29 years. You've been failing for 29 years. Time to change. All right. Steve says, sometimes it's for the good of the Corps and for the good of the short timer to go separate ways. Amen. Steve, awesome. And that's just a fact, bottom line. And people say it, Marine Corps is not for everybody. The Army is not for everybody. None of the services. And sometimes you realize it, retirement. Who knows better when it's time to retire than the individual themselves? And sometimes, Steve, it's just time for us to go our separate ways, right? For everybody's sake, right? When you're in, again, an organization where everyone's complaining about you, to include your customer and their family members and all your employees, and good employees are leaving. Some employees are staying because they need a job, need the money, but everyone, it's time to go, right? You have to recognize that. Know yourself and seek self-improvement. If you don't want to work to get better, move out of the way so somebody else can take over, right? And make it a good place. Old Irene says, going from a meritorious board to an NJP, immaturity brought on from a young marriage where the Corps did not issue the spouse, led to a bad attitude going from a line unit to a rear echelon. All those things that old Irene just said are real and they happen all the time. Going from a meritorious promotion board to an NJP. Right? You get meritorious supported promoted to corporal. The next weekend you got in trouble, got in a fight, got drunk, DUI, whatever it is, then you got NJP. Immaturity brought on from a young marriage. Both are young. Doesn't always work out. Marine Corps has the highest divorce rate. We get married too young, you never know. Immaturity on both ends. The Corps did not issue a spouse. Remember, there was a time in the Marine Corps that they wanted your first enlistment, you were unauthorized to get married in your first 4 years. Great intentions by the leaders who thought of that, just it's not going to happen in America. It's a free country. Didn't work out. Led to bad attitude, going from a line unit to a rear echelon. Had someone down here, was it last month? Or no, a Marine in the gym, Acosta. Acosta I met up with last week or before last week. Shout out to you, Acosta. Hopefully you're watching. He's the third America's Battalion Marine. Met him in the gym and we did the thing. We made eye contact, like you know how Marines do it, and I'm sure those services do. Like I know you from somewhere, and we're in the gym, so we're getting on. And finally, I'm so glad, Acosta. Thank you for coming up. He's like, "Hey, so it's good to see you again." And being recognized is very new to me, and I didn't always go right to the channel, so I didn't. And he had a India company, Evil Eye India 33. I said, where do we know each other? He said, America's Battalion. Hurrah. So long story short, he inspired me to make that embrace the suck short I did last week, because he went from America's Battalion, right? Getting after it. That's the infantry battalion in Hawaii, always busy. It's changed now. It's the 3rd Littoral Regiment. It's there, but they're still nonstop working. He went from that to a base unit on Camp Pendleton, where he's sitting behind a desk and spinning in his chair trying to find things to do. Probably it's a different life. So sometimes you just got to embrace it, right? And it was easy for me now on the outside to tell him that. So I was like kind of armchair quarterback that said, bro, take advantage of it, spend time with your family, get back to school, or go to school if you don't have your degree right now. This is the perfect opportunity for you to work on you for a little while. You've done your time for now, right? In the infantry world, relax, bro. Take your family on a trip, take some leave, school, volunteer service, coach a sports team, right? MCCS is always looking for coaches. Do something that will make you happy and kind of regreen you, right? So when you do get back to the infantry, starting all over again. That was the problem I had, and no regrets now. I'm glad I had the opportunity to go to the Air Wing, but I went right from an infantry battalion to the Air Wing, where I had a hard time. I had a hard time in the very beginning. You guys didn't even the entire squadron didn't even have TO weapons. Each individual did not have a rifle assigned to them. They didn't. So if we had to go to war tomorrow, they couldn't go to the army and pull out their rifle because they didn't have one assigned to them. Going to that from the infantry, where you sleep and eat, breathe, and sleep with your TO weapon and your crew serve weapon and some hand grenades, was different for me. So I didn't understand it. I didn't understand the Air Wing. I was angry. It was the air station. So it wasn't just a squadron who deploys and you can get some as a squadron. I was at the air station my first day of PT. And I know I told this story. I said, I want the entire squadron out there. And of a squadron of 150, I had like 60 Marines out there and some sailors. And I lost my freaking mind. Why is the entire squadron not out here? God bless him, Master Sergeant Catamon says, Sergeant Major, let me talk to you for a minute. This is not the infantry. You're never going to have the entire squadron. There's things called crew rest and crew days, and you got pilots, and there's 1,000 things going on the air station that you're never going to. In order for you to see every single Marine and sailor in your squadron, it's going to take a couple of days. It's like a deployment out in the AO where you're going to have to go visit them. Period. I mean, that's all there is to it. Simple as that. So with that information, I use that information. That's what I would do. I would just constantly go visit. I mean, I had the firefighters, the air traffic controllers, about 40 sailors. I mean, it was chaos to me, but controlled chaos once I figured it out. And luckily, again, that mass sergeant, God bless him, saved me from just freaking out and ripping some heads off. But couldn't have done it without leadership. It was a very successful tour, but I didn't embrace it as much as I probably could have. I could have spent 3 years there, enjoyed it. Mm, So embrace it. Acosta, again, if you're on here, embrace these next 3 years at a base unit. Enjoy yourself. All right. Casey Haskins, clocking out for the night. Thanks, Casey, for hanging out. Thank you for the generosity. Appreciate you spending time with us. Thank you for responding back and give me a reason to fight harder to serve. Much love and God bless. May God be with you. We'll keep you all posted. Back at you, Casey. Semper Fi, brother. And we'll again keep us posted. We'll pray for you. Awesome. Good luck to you. Um, we think that yes, Kimi Cocoa Puffs. Thanks, Casey. Wednesdays and Sundays. Every other Wednesdays. Obviously, you can see we're traveling once again, and I feel like I say that probably every single live we go on. So here's a clue. Here's an indicator whether we're traveling or not. If you see A and C Metalworks artwork behind me, we're in the home studio, right? We just set it up and then we just left again. That's how you know we're in our home studio. If you don't see those two things, the flag and the Semper Fi, my friend. Awesome pieces of metal artwork from ancmetalworks.com. Then we're on the move. So Wednesdays are iffy. Sundays are even a little iffy, right? Production team, this half of the production team busted their butt to try to get to what we're at now. So shout out to the production team on both ends, thousands of miles apart, hundreds of miles apart. We're all over the place. But this is how we want to spend our time. So God bless. Yes. In other words, Wednesdays and Sundays as absolute much as possible. All right. Um, Annie Benani, during and who knows what they're doing. Again, I want to text her every 5 minutes to find out what they're doing. I gotta let her do her thing. But she did say, and this is again, this is not boot camp, this is not Marine Corps boot camp. So we're just getting used to her having her phone. Again, it's only been 24 hours, but I think during the briefs yesterday, one of the family members did ask the commandant of cadets what the phone policy is. And it's just it's common sense policy. They have their phones after school, right? After drill. They're not going to have them during PT, during drill, during the important things where they need to focus and pay attention to, which is common sense. Right. The last school I left, they have such an outdated 30-year-old phone policy is ridiculous. Common sense rule on their phone. So we're pretty excited about that. She'll be able to talk to us. And we also know not to bug her too much, and she knows better than it's waste time on the phone, right? She does her research and watches. Told you what she does on her phone. She watches videos of drill. Let me answer this from John McJunkin, and then I'll tell you the compliment she got. Last topic brings up a question from Chaplain Merfield, who asked earlier, would have being a better Christian at the beginning of your career made you a better Marine and drill instructor? Wow, very good question. Um, and I gotta say, the only person who can answer that is God. Would if I would had been a better Christian early on in my career, would I have been a better Marine, a better drill instructor, better man? Yes, 100%, 1000%, no doubt in my mind whatsoever. And what a great position to take. Again, I'm not never have been or will be a Bible thumper. I don't have and I have a relationship with God. That's the difference, right? Because even back in the day, we had some Bible thumper staff NCOs with you better go to church and like force it on us, which of course made the young Marine and me not want to go. So not religious. I have a relationship with God, and is what we have developed in our kids, our whole production team. We a little bit different relationship each one of us, just like the kids with the 5 CCs we have. All 5 of them have different personalities and different relationships with us as parents. Same with God. I'm God's son, and he has a different relationship with me than he has his other billion sons. I'm okay with that as long as I maintain that relationship with him. So I would I'd be a better man all around had I had this intimate relationship with God day one, right? When I was old enough to even realize it. The day Annie Benani months ago said, it's been a year now, I want to be baptized, water baptized. That's her relationship that she developed, the intimate relationship that she has with God. So better, is she a better person for it? Absolutely. Interesting, though. What a great question, chaps. Appreciate you asking that because man, how would my career have been different? Anyone's career, anyone's life. How would it be different had they found Jesus early on? Awesome. Deep. That's deep, chaps. Appreciate you. John McJunkie, you got an amazing crew there. Carl Green, click the like button and share. Motivation at its finest. Thank you, Carl. Appreciate that. Greg, thank you for your service. Where is Gunther Jr.? I don't know. Is that a, am I missing that? Is that a troll or is that real? I don't know who Gunther is. God is not a religion, it's a relationship. Kelly Tover. Boom. I'm telling you, and it took me a while to realize that as well. I'm religious. No, it's I guess you can say that, but more importantly, and as far as me and my God knows, we have a relationship. It's amazing. It feels good, feels good, right? And I encourage you, right? The church we went to in Hawaii was always the encouraged one. And if all million Christians encourage one person, that'd be how many million? I don't know. Marine math for Marines is where I'm at, but a whole lot more. That's for sure. Look at Bob. Howdy, Sergeant Major. So while we were in Texas A&M, that was it. Howdy, right there. Good to see you, Bob. Howdy. Everyone said, everyone says it. And in College Station, I'm telling you, they drive different. And they they let you in. I didn't hear anybody honk out of anger, right? They honk, probably say hello, gig 'em, something just to say howdy. They hold the door for open for you when you go into a restaurant at the gas station. People are just cool, right? It's a howdy type place. It is. I'm telling you, very impressed. Very impressed. I'm excited about these next 4 years with Annie Banana. Very cool. Um, so during one of Annie Banani's encounters this morning with the cadre. That's what they call the cadre. They're the upperclassmen who are in charge of the fish. She's officially a fish. All new service academies, ROTCs, colleges, the freshmen are called something. Fish. What are some of the other ones that she has told us about? I can't think of the other schools right now. Do you know? No. Just Annie's a fish. What is some of the other school? Anyone know? What is it? Plebes, right? Plebe is a brand new one. Plebe fish. Man, there was another funny one. I can't remember if it's the Naval Academy or somewhere. I don't know who it is. Yeah, Plebe is one. Thank you, Robin. Anyway, and then upperclassmen are cadre, and they all have different billets, and they're assigned like the A&M is designed like a regiment, right? It's primarily kind of Army driven. Now they have a Marine in charge, so we'll see. But one of the cadre asked this morning when they're all doing something, they asked her if she not pledged, commit or contracted. Yeah, yeah. Yes, sir. Are you who's contracted? And yes, yes, yes. Couple, probably most of them have contracted. And of course, Anna Benetti raised her hand and said, "Yes, I'm contracted." And one of the female upperclassmen cadre said, "What branch?" She said, "Marines." And that female upperclassman said, "Let's say quote, you got to get it right. You get it right." Yep, called it. A huge compliment. That is that upperclassman knew Annie for again less than 24 hours and even probably less than 10 hours, a few hours, and could tell by her confidence and her bearing, the way she carried herself, has carried herself in the short time that she's been there, just the aura that she has around her. They're already making bets on it. That's how I took it as a cadre. Like, yeah, what about that one? What about that one? Oh, definitely Navy right there. Definitely, Army. Oh, look at that one. Got to be a Marine. I bet you. Watch. Let me ask. I'm gonna ask. Hey, who's contracted? What branch? Navy, Army, Marines. Yep, called it. What a great way to start out. What a great compliment that is. And remember, I did a short a long time ago. Would someone accuse you of being a Marine when you're not in uniform? Huge compliment, right? When people ask that, when I'm in civilian clothes and not wearing my gear, I don't have a hat, lanyard, nothing on me says Marine except my aura or era. If someone says, "Are you a Marine?" or "You're a Marine," they don't even ask, they just say it. Huge compliment. So Marines out there, young Marines out there, that's your confidence, that's your bearing, that's your shoulders rolled back, that's your yes sir, no sir, that's holding the door open for someone. That's how you carry yourself. That's how you get recognized as a Marine when you're not even displaying it. I'm that I'm twisted. I want to display it. I want people to know, and it's on my truck, and half my wardrobe is but when you're not in it, will you be mistaken for a Marine? Era. That's the era that you want to have. All right. And the aura. Doesn't matter. David Bryant's praying for Javier. Why are we praying for Javier? I want to pray too. Um, Worst fear is the hammer. Yes, that's what the worst fear is, the hammer. I did have one more story I want to share with you, and I've talked about this before, and more it's playing out in my mind. You know, leadership is number one to me, and I see things, and I attribute everything. Right now, we just took the production team and went out and got a drink, tea to be specific. I got a coffee. It's been a while, and I can't help but analyze, if you will, the leadership of the tea place we just went to. And it's just, again, twisted. I don't know. It's a weakness I have, or is it a strength? As soon as I get in, how you're greeted, customer service, right? How important is that? Are you greeted? Do you have the customer have to say, "Well, hello, hey, how you doing?" And then how it's set up, the cleanliness of it, and just everything altogether is 100% leadership. Restaurant we went to last night, same thing. I think they got great leadership. Our waitress was over the top, but good in a good way. I'd rather have that over the top than slow, lazy, quiet. never comes to check on you at the table. Just again, there is a fine line, but it all boils right back down to leadership. So I had a mentor of mine talk to me about, and I don't know if I did a short on this or actually, nah, I can't remember. I don't know if I did. If I didn't do a short, I'm going to, because this mentor of mine said sometimes you just got to worry about yourself. And I didn't get it right away. I didn't get it, and I even gave the okay, and it took me a long time. I'm slow, a little slower than your average, but he described it as sometimes you just got to polish your own tile that you're standing on. And that's what he attributed. Look at it. Imagine a tile floor, like checkers or a checkerboard. You're on the floor and you're standing, everyone's standing on their own tile. And you want the whole floor to look good, right? Common sense. You want everyone, you want the whole entire place to look good. You can't sign everyone's tile. You can guide them, you can help them, you can tell them, you can direct them, you can do all those things that leaders do. And sometimes you just got to shine your own tile. Okay. I'm still trying to picture it. And as a leader, I'm trying to picture, okay, I'm going to, when you inspect a squad of Marines, the squad leader is awesome. He's a corporal. He's on it 100%. Not a single Irish pennant, not a dirty ribbon. His shave is perfect. Nice high and tight. Everything is great about him. The first Marine you go to, jacked up. That corporal just failed. He's in charge of all them. Who cares that he looked good? He failed in his mission to make his fire team leader look good. Complete fail. Lost that war. So that's now I'm back to okay, I polished my own tile in an effort to so everyone looks at, oh, look at Cece's tile, looks squared away. I want mine to be like his. Today's society, that may have worked 40, 50 years ago. Today's society is, nah, who cares how his tile looks? That's his. Let him waste his time polishing his own tile. So it's lazy leadership to me. Okay, and what I am gonna towel polish my towel first, right? Same back in the day when we polished boots. How are you gonna yell at someone, a Marine, about their boots not being polished if yours aren't? So take care of self. What was it? Remember that saying we talked about? Horse, self. I mean, get a fresh haircut, fresh shave. Make sure my boots are polished, uniform squared away. Back when we ironed our uniforms, 100% squared away. Have a peer look at me, bro. Check me out. How am I looking? Any Irish pennants looking good? All right. Go inspect your Marines. So I've done that. I polished my own tile. Now I'm going to go check everyone else's tile. That's the part that today's leadership is missing. Polish yours all you want. But if you just sit back and assume that everyone's going to look at you, I want to be like him. They're not going to. That's that lazy leadership. You have to get off your tile and go visit their tiles and say, hey, good effort, but you're not there yet. You have to work. You have to work. You have to do more. You have to do more. You have to do more. You're getting there. You got to do a little more. That's lazy leadership to only worry about yourself. Selfless. That's selfish, right? That's a lot of today's leaders are selfish. All they care about themselves. Again, they want the parking spot. They want the curb that say you have a parking spot here, and you're the greatest. You have your own desk, your office. You want your name on the door. You want your name on the big sign outside. When you come up to the campus, you see that name. Where is that individual? Because I also see buildings that need to be repainted. I see trash over here. That all representation of that one name. Everything, attitudes, morale, and welfare of the individuals on that same campus, instructors and students alike. That's what I saw at A&M. The campus is beautiful. The people are motivated. The cadets are motivated. I got greeted by every single cadet that even if you don't make eye contact with them, they're good afternoon, sir. Can I help you with anything? Good afternoon, sir. Era, gig 'em. Well, I was doing the era. Well, pretty soon, some Aggies are going to be giving you some eras because they just invited that welcome feeling, that motivation, and it's like, I got you. Whatever you need, I got you. And a couple, because you got to be careful when you're. And I was just looking around, observing that the history and tradition there is amazing. So I'll be looking at, there's some stuff up on the wall, old shields. Right, I didn't know what they meant. I was just looking, and of course, hey, sir, would you like to know about that shield? Ah, absolutely, I would. Right, I kind of just wanted to observe myself for a little bit, but just the fact that they have that confidence in that bearing, that motivation, and that high morale to want to share. Leadership, 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 phenomenal. Thank God every day that that's where Annie Benani is right now, on her way to being great. Amen. Amen to all of that and to all of you. All right. Y'all been busy. The producers have been busy. I see a lot of shaded comments that it can't be good. It can't be good. A lot of timeouts and people being bad. What is it? What is it today? Why do we have so many? That's what it is. There's not enough going on. Let me hit John McJunkin. JRTC Cadet Padilla asks, Sergeant Major, what advice do you have for us cadets who can't sew, don't have money, and making uniform look sharper? Awesome, awesome question, McJunkin. I can always count on you, your cadets, to come up with a good insight, good question. It's stuff that your average person doesn't think about. So amazing question, Cadet Padilla. You might not like this answer, but learn to sew. I say that with all sincerity. I'm the Sosan in our family. Well, USMC Cece is now too, because she's a Marine. I did all the sewing, did all the ironing in our family growing up. That's what the Marine Corps taught me. Right? We got issued a sewing kit in boot camp. We used to have to sew our name tapes on. Right now, you take everything to cleaners, or the alterations. They do everything for you. I've never altered a uniform. Not that crazy. USMC CC has. She had a sewing machine and everything. But I knew the basics. I know the basics. I can patch a hole. I can sew on buttons, and I've done it for dress uniforms and even camis. Holes, again, it depends on the size of the hole in the camis, but I know how to do it. Did the Marine Corps teach me exactly? Did we sit down and have a sewing class? No, but they kind of like, here's a sewing kit. You better figure it out. I don't remember in boot camp. Even as a drill instructor, I don't know if I ever taught anybody. I remember teaching my kids like camis, you turn them inside out. And I don't, along the way, I don't remember how I got good at it besides just OJT, on the job training. So great question, Cadet Padilla. And I would encourage you to just do it, right? Or yeah, Kimmy Cocoa Puffs, just do it so you'll get better at it. And one, two, saves money. Don't be lazy and just drop it off at the cleaners. And you already said you can't afford it. So the best way, what you can afford, is a sewing kit. Is much cheaper than taking your stuff to alterations, right? Especially we get up in the bigger uniforms, and your service uniforms, your dress uniforms. Those are so expensive to alter, unreal. So remember, we don't alter uniforms, John McJunkin. We alter our bodies to fit into the uniform, right? So you don't have to go to the Sosan more than once. But great question and great observation. So you got to do it. Didn't start out great at ironing. Didn't start out great at sewing. Either one. Buttons are actually pretty hard to sew on, like they're made from a factory, and it just takes practice, right? To put it in the right spot and make sure there's room for you to actually button it, because you I mean, I figure P equals plenty. That's how much thread I'm gonna use. I'm just gonna keep putting that button over. Oh no, you can actually put too much where now there's no room for the material to go around the button. Learning lesson. So get after it. Great question. Thank you for that. And David Bryan, thank God for Mama San. I'm telling you, boot. Boot honcho too. Mama San and boot honcho. Your typical Marine in Okinawa. Mama San would do my laundry. So San would do all the alterations. Papa San would do my boots. Right? Not very smart monetarily. I could have saved that money and done it myself, which is what I finally figured out after a while when I was broke from spending all my money at Mama San and Papa San. All right, Manakam says, David Brown, I knew I'm telling you, we all did at one point. Extra starch, right? Extra starch. Menachem says, my Marine friend wears a different marksmanship medal. It's from a shooting competition, something like that. Do you know what it is? He is an awesome shooter if he has those extra badges. Your average Marine has one of three badges: marksman, sharpshooter, or expert. Three badges for your, I won't say average shooter, but your typical shooting badge is one of those three. Competitive shooters have different marksmanship badges, and they're pretty awesome looking. A lot of them are targets. Their history, you gotta look it up. I won't be able to describe it, so you won't be able to picture it. But take a look at it, and it is competitive shooting. You have to make, I know, a division team, and then the division team competes all over the Marine Corps. I remember Hawaii did have a competition at one time. I remember I even sent the Marine to the East Coast on a rifle competition, and then you wear different badges. The typical badges that Marines wear, easy for a competitive shooter to get expert multiple times. These division matches is where the competition is really starts, because now you're not competing just against yourself. When you qualify in the range, you're competing against yourself, right? That's where you get your rifle and pistol badge. Division matches, you're competing against other Marines. So if you walk away with a different division match badge, bruh, get after it. Great question, Menachem. He's an armor and dry fires all the time. I did a short on that. Does dry fire help? Does snapping barrels help? Right there's proof in the pudding. And I've never used that phrase before in my life. McJunkin says, Sergeant Major, have you know that I'm still Marine Corps fighting form? I just have more form than others do. Again, alter your body, not your uniform. You should be able to still fit in your uniform. McJunkin all the way and button it up. Don't move your button. Now you know how to sew. Don't move your buttons anymore either. Get in that baby. Pineapple Bricks. Tell your dad we said Semper Fi, my friend, and get him on this channel. Thanks for being here. Uh, so, Major, I hope you're having a fabulous day. What's your opinion on today's security guard? Says Arian, Tangent Arian, Marine security guard. What's my opinion? Here's my opinion. I wish I would have had the opportunity to do it. I never did. I wanted to. I wanted to go on a barracks duty. What do I think of them? I think it's awesome. If you have an opportunity at any rank, I wanted to do it as a young single Marine. Um, and I remember being advised against that. Wait till you get married, you go with your family, you're a deck commander. I don't think there's a bad time. And anyone who's done barracks duty, please share, or Marine security guard. I don't think there's a bad rank to do it at. As a young Marine, you probably stand more posts than obviously a staff NCO. Now you're the deck commander and you're in charge of it, but you're still working some long hours. You get to go to some amazing countries, right? Some more dangerous than others, some better than others. You have a hardship duty and you have a great duty. So it's never heard anything bad about it. If you have an opportunity, I'd highly recommend it. One of the things I never did, and I wanted to. I wish I could have. Old Irene says I shoot high power I shoot high power each month. My days of getting to a tight seated position are long gone. I'm with you, old Irene. I liked the sitting position, just couldn't stay in it too long. I even liked the kneeling position. And kind of got bigger legs, so that it's always tough for bigger guys to get in that kneeling position. But I absolutely love shooting. I just did that short. We took Annie Benani to the range, pistol range, indoor pistol range was awesome. She loved it. And again, I think she's going to be a great shooter as well. But shooting civilian range is obviously much better, much more fun than the Marine Corps rifle and pistol range. But you got to do it. Active duty. And, oh, here's my whole point of that pistol range or that short was pistol is hard. Pistol shooting is hard. Not like the movies. Don't judge any pistol accuracy from any movie that you've ever seen in your entire life, and especially don't judge it off any of you gamers out there. That's not real. That's not reality. Shooting a pistol, shooting is very easy. Shooting a pistol is very easy. Shooting it accurately is not as easy. I even have a scope on mine now that the red laser because it's going to help out that much, and it does help out. But 7 yards, bro, it's not far at all. 7 yards is the most accurate you'll get. You go out to 25 yards, it's difficult to get in the black and to qualify with the pistol. So whole point of that short was go to a civilian pistol range. A couple, you got to get more time on target, right? With the rifle too. For some reason, I think the rifle's a lot easier. Um, but again, practice makes perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. So you got to get more time on a pistol. I mean, that's all I can tell you. Get more time on a pistol and go to a civilian shooting range. You don't have to have your own weapons. Ranges can be a little intimidating, right? Especially when if you don't know weapons like because as soon as you go in that door, everyone is a weapons expert and they got weapons all over the place and they're talking some numbers or saying some stuff that you never even heard of in your life and what you got there and the shit is and the ragged bag and I got we went to this rifle range and I wanted Annie Benetti to be as comfortable as absolutely possible. And it was busy. It was a busy one. And we went during the week. I was hoping it wouldn't be busy. And as soon as we go in, of course, the I don't know if he was the owner or not, but he's prior service Marine. One of the guy who helped us was a Navy corpsman, right? And I had I think a SFMF shirt on. He's like, "Hey, you do that, you do." So right off the bat, we were very, very comfortable. They were the nicest guys in the world. And all I told him was, I said, "Hey," and I've been to many ranges. Obviously, I've fired a billion rounds downrange pistol rifle. All I said was, "We're newbies, or we're first timers." That's what I said. "We're first timers here. Walk us through it." And I'm telling you, it was the most comfortable. Again, felt like family, leadership. Right? I like to think back in my mind as he was going through the rules and regulations, and we both had to fill out waivers and sign some documents. You know what I mean? It was 100% legit. Great pistol range or great indoor range, by the way. And he just made it comfortable at all. We made us feel like we could ask any question we wanted to, no judgment, right? If we're good shooters, bad shooters. Again, unfortunately, they knew who I was already. I would have preferred it the other way around. Wanted to see how everyone gets treated. But just being in there for those couple of hours, they treated everyone like that. So I didn't get any special treatment. Leadership, all right back to awesome, awesome leadership, which I got to be honest with you, and you've been with me long enough. I have been losing faith in good, solid leadership, and and I think it might be restored. We come look at the battery power. I don't know how much we got here. Am I blinking? But it was good. Get time. Get time before you qualify. You active duty right now, or getting ready to be active duty. Take a look and just make sure you get trigger time. No, on mine on the phone. All right, what do you think these Navy SEALs YouTubers telling everyone how bad they are? Battery, I just wanted her to look at the battery. Yeah. Yeah, we are. Yeah, I'm gonna candle surf. Candle surf. I'm gonna hit that because I think that's a very important topic, and I'm gonna land this helicopter because we're at battery power until we're on the road. What do I think about the Navy SEALs YouTubers telling everyone how bad they are, monetizing their eliteness? Marines do more with less, yet I don't see many devil dogs showing off. Valid point. Doc Holiday, thank you so much, brother. Appreciate you. We're trying to get some all the time. Solid, Doc. Thank you. The surf question, let me tell you this. I see the same thing you see. You don't see a bunch of Marines trying to do that crap and giving us a bad name. That's what the special operations community, in my opinion, is doing to itself. There's two types of service members. Ones who have to talk about their service in every firefight, and the Tim Kennedys who lie about 90% of it and look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. Then there's ones who just do it. That's the difference. I, I'm I'm proud to say you don't see Marines doing that, making us look bad. We had the one sergeant major, stolen valor. He had a Purple Heart and something that he didn't, but he wasn't on social media saying or getting just lying, right? Stolen valor, and I think that sergeant major got punished, and rightly so. Accountability, he was held accountable. But these special forces guy, and it's not just SEALs, it's the Green Berets, and it's all these guys. Now they're internal, just fighting with each other. In the meantime, they're making themselves look horrible. Because kids, I want to be a Navy SEAL one day. I want to be Green Beret, and all these special forces operators. If they start watching these guys, they're gonna be like, that's how I feel watching. I don't even want to watch him anymore. It's like, man, this guy's lying. These guys are calling him out. They all seem like a bunch of little, like watching the Marines. Yeah. Again, I hope I don't eat my words later. And next thing you know, we're going to see a couple Marines out there doing the same thing. But being, especially again, use it. Tim Kenny lies easy. He's the most public one from what I've seen. You're a bad mamma jamma already just by being a SEAL, a Green Beret, a Marine. That's enough. That Marine Sergeant Major, what he had accomplished in his life already is enough. Why do you have to embellish anything? A fishing story, sure, the fish was this big, right? Okay. But when again, a backpack with 25 hand grenades in it, a Humvee blew one up and landed on just the crazy elaborate lies that some people feel the need to tell unnecessary. Keep it real. Graduating boot camp is enough, right? To attain whatever rank you obtain, that's enough. Embrace you don't have to keep up with the Joneses. You don't have to be a story topper. Tell your story or not, right? Some people just don't feel the need to tell the story at all. As you, how much do we talk about it on here? We're talking life into each other, and how do you make your life better, right? How do you learn the best way and not learn the hard way like a lot of us have learned the hard. We did it for you. Unnecessary. Don't go that unnecessary route. All right. It's been awesome. It's been real. It's been fun, and it has been real fun. It is Sunday. God bless you all. We are gonna start landing this helicopter. You guys looking at me? What are you looking at me for? Oh, yeah. No, and mine is gonna be from underneath here. All right. What time? Where's Carl? How we looking on time? Hey now, if we're talking fish stories, I got some fish tales. So again, old Gyrene, a little bit different. Here's what I will say about some of the stories, and this has been debunked, right? There are receipts for this one. One firefight. I can tell you this from personal experience. One firefight with the same was with the squad of Marines. One squad, about 15 of us, right? With the platoon commander, platoon sergeant. I was an A driver, right? I was a rifleman in this one particular firefight. When we were done, we all were at the same firefight, right? The same intersection, the same incident, same enemy. Everything was the same for all 15 of us. And we told 15 different stories. No, I take it back. We told the same story with about 15 little different iterations of the story, little different details, but they're minuscule, right? What color was the turban or what how many people shot at us, and what direction did they go? That's understandable. As you, I think they play that game in high school, the secret game, right? You get in a big circle. Secret starts out with Sergeant Major Cece has a bald head. That's the first person to the second person. By the time it gets back around to the originator, it's a different story. Same. That's why after actions are so important to do immediately after. So that same firefight, and because it happened, we get back to the fob, started taking account, and we got everybody, got our ammo count, making sure everything is solid to turn in numbers right to headquarters. And there's some inconsistencies in the stories, and this is like an hour later. So you can imagine months later, years later, talking about a firefight, how different that story can be. But a lot of those they're similar. They're still similar. They're still pretty accurate. The stuff Tim Kennedy has been talking about is just unbelievable from the start. Some of the ones I try to imagine a movie producer even trying to recreate that. It was so far fetched. The Humvee one is probably my favorite, where where one Humvee blew up. I don't know if they were side by side or one behind the other, but a Humvee IED blew up and flipped over completely, and now they're roof to roof. And I think they said, I mean, they just kept fighting. I think he got in the Humvee and was driving it, and they were kind of with one Humvee on top of the other one, still fighting this battle. No, mm-mm. I would bet my life that didn't happen. And again, I'd never seen a movie like that. And great creative mind. Maybe he should write a movie. He should be a producer of a movie, and that would be cool to watch for people who've never been to combat and want to get an idea of it. So yeah, how I feel about paintball and shooting sim rounds at each other. I don't like doing any of that. It kind of reminds me of being shot at, and it's not fun. So I don't find the joy in any of that. That's why that's not what this channel is about. Just telling war stories. Some people just choose not to talk about them. Love your questions. Love what we talk about here. It's we're talking life into each other. No, his gift. Yes, I did, Doc. Thanks again, brother. Appreciate you. I know sometimes I get on my soapbox here, but always yes, Doc. Last one. Okay, tell me that. Oh yeah, yeah. Remind me. I want to hit Doc's right here. Last one. What do you think of future Marines? 50 years from now, we'll look back at generation and remember the most. 50 years from now, that's a great question, because let's think about 50 years ago. Um, do the math for me. That's 19, what, 75? Well, that's pretty good. 1975 was 50 years ago. It's 25, 2025. So what were the Marines like in 1975? Where's Carl? I mean, Jared. Where's Jared? He was there. Um, Good question. What do I think 50 years from now, what would be most memorable about today's Marines? I always like when people say, hey, Marines are not what they used to be, or they're a lot smarter now, um, not as hard as they used to be. And back when, again, I'm not buying any of that. I think was boot camp harder for me than it is for today's Marines. Yep. I think so, and that just goes with that was it harder for old Jyrene than it was for me. Yes, I think all those things are true. Dr. Jared was from 1932. Um, that's a good question. What do I think in 50 years from now, what are Marines? And it's so hard to tell because of today's technology. It's already changing. The battlefield is changing. They're trying desperately, I think, to make sure there's no boots on the ground. I don't know if we'll ever get to that point, even to with today's technology and drones and the bombers and the things we're capable of from multi-million dollar pieces of equipment to hundreds, even thousands of miles away, what we're able to do, nothing will replace boots on the ground. What I think it'll be in 50 years is Marines are probably going to be the only boots on the grounds, and it's going to be limited because of today's technology. I think though, in 50 years, hopefully I'll still be around in 50 years to see it. I think we'll never ever get away from actual boots on the ground, which is dangerous. It's going to cause lives, but I don't think you can ever completely 100% take over any piece of land or protect any piece of land without boots on the ground. So, what will the difference be 50 years from now? Cooler uniforms, cooler weapons, right? Cooler drones, just a lot of George Jetson and flying through space and quicker, instant gratification of stuff. But the part that I think is still great, and thank God every day I'm a Marine, is that we'll still have Marines with boots on the ground. Old Jyrene says, I think 50 years ago, Marines were bad A's, and 50 years from now, Marines will still be bad mamma jammas. I think so too. Hey, Ray, you kidding me? Ray from Queens. Love you, brother. Simplify Sergeant Major production team, family. All right. Simplify. Brother, you gotta be, you see that? Production team. Amen. Man, Ray, you're the man. You guys are awesome. All of you. So awesome. This is truly humbling. Thank you, brother. God bless you. Or capturing beachheads. Right? That's what Marines do. Marine Corps mop up crew. David Brown, I'm telling you. Tommy Knight, keep working hard. Love what you do, Sergeant Major. Hey, appreciate you, Tommy Knight. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you being here. We got 100 likes. USMC CC, awesome. Carl Green, 5 minutes. You guys are on it. Just keep me honest. Love it. Fabian, Segura, good. It's a good one to kind of wrap it up with. What branch should I join? Yes, sometimes I tell the same joke over and over again. You're going to hear it again. Friends don't let friends join the army. So you got to be a Marine, brother. Fabian, Segura, Marine Corps. 100%. I'll be the first to admit we're highly biased towards the Marine Corps right here, but we love everybody. So, Fabian, you got to do what's best for you. You want the hardest, it's the Marine Corps. Undeniably, right? Unarguably. I had to say that word. What's that? Unarguably? No, arguably. Oh, yeah. Arguably the hardest service of all. Arguably? They're laughing at me. 1775 is the GOAT. Doc, you nailed it. Wow. Um, this is my third year U.S. Army JRTC. You mean JROTC? Man, funny because Army does the JRTC thing. It's like a field operation, which is called JRTC, right? You've heard that. And I always thought they meant JROTC, but it's JRTC. It's a field operation. So you current active duty Army or you are Army JROTC. But good on you. I'm telling you, Marines, bro, look at Bradburn. It's telling you. Um, Dave Wright said, did you need to call the producer? Do what? I need to call? Oh, yes, yes. I need her a lot. What do you think of stop loss? I think if it's Jesse James, well, I got Jesse James here. I'm not opposed to stop loss if it's necessary. It happened in Desert Storm. I had no problem with it. Did have one Marine was pretty upset about it, but we used it then. I don't know if we used it since. Bradburn 7 for 5, brother. Uh, Grunts in Hawaii went 50-mile hikes in '88. That's a valid. Big Island through lava. Right, the lava dog. He's tear up some boots. That lava can tear up some boots. Blue eyes. Thank you very much. Appreciate you, Doc. What Doc say? Oh, so I made you making the October run in MCRD. Yes, we are. October 18th. October 18th. I'm trying to recruit anybody that wants to do it with us. So if you are interested, where's Kimi Cocoa Puffs? Doc, we need to put a little pressure on Kimi Cocoa Puffs. because we assumed that she was on the team. Like we're one team. Kimi, Coco Puffs, myself, and we're looking for one other, right? Josiah, we're hoping he can do it. Big O. Yeah, I mean, everyone's invited. Look at Kimi, Coco Puffs, and I are looking for a third. I mean, do we even have to discuss it? Apparently, we do. She wasn't too happy about the. Yeah, a little more information, I guess, would have been. So 60 drill instructors are going to be coordinating this boot camp challenge. What part of boot camp challenge did you not know that there would be drill instructors there on MCRD San Diego? October 18th. If you guys are interested, please let us know. We want to sponsor at least one team. If you're interested in doing it, we got you. We will sponsor. We'll be there. We'll be running it. Kimi and I are looking for a third. So if you're interested, Kelly Tover, thank you very much. Appreciate you. That's awesome. And so glad to have you on it. Great content that you're helping us out with. It was awesome. So, right, look at Menachem. Mm-hmm. Chaps is even one there. Doc got me to go. There you go. That was it? Oh, I see how it is. You'll do it for Doc, but you don't want to do it for the rest of us. All right. Doc will be there. There you go. October 18th, everyone. Mark your calendars. MCRD San Diego. It's Boot Camp Challenge. SFMF will be there. We're going to be competing. It's 3 miles. It's 3 miles. Come on. Yes, there are a couple obstacles and a few drill instructors you have to get through and by, but they're there to motivate you. They want you to succeed as long as you don't quit or give up. We want to sponsor a team, at least one team, right? We'll have t-shirts. We're doing it. Let's do it. Huh. Oh, is it still red? Is it glitching? We're going slow. Oh yeah, it's moving back up. All right, 3 miles. That's it. It's 3 miles on MCRD. October 18th. Will USMC Cece be out of school? It's a Saturday. Fly there, fly back. Yeah. Look at McJunkin. I hear you, brother. If you didn't have the turf toe, I know you'd be there. You're going to be there in spirit. Watch it. I'm sure it'll be. In fact, we'll try and go live. We'll post it live while you're there. Grab some donuts, McJunkin, and then you can watch us do it. We'll do it for you. It's San Diego. Whoever can make it. And he said, "What? Oh, can you do a quick rundown of what it takes so we can prep?" I'm guessing it's so the obstacle course on MCRD San Diego is not that big. It's the base is tiny. So I'm guessing you got to run around the PT field, which is probably about a mile. So I'm hoping it goes by like maybe the general's house and goes around the parade deck. I hope it's a nice tour of MCRD and either starts out or ends up on the PT field where you're running the obstacle course. So a couple jumping over logs, right? Going to need some upper body strength. Do a, a double bar, a single bar. You go up and over. It's gonna be physical, without a doubt. Oh, this battery's running low too. So it's gonna be physical, upper body strength, lower body strength, mental toughness for when the drill instructors are yelling at you. But it's 3 miles. And it's a fun run, right? So it's going to be fun as well. There's going to be prizes for first, second, and third. Individually, you can do it for I think $60, and then the team again we'll sponsor at least one team, if not two. So again, if you're interested, you have to let us know because we're going to make it happen. But 3 miles ultimately. I'm hoping there's other obstacles mixed throughout. There's a confidence course, which is a couple walls, a high wall, low wall, stairway to heaven. At the end of the obstacle course, there's a rope climb, right? Might be some liability reasons, but I'm sure you'll have to sign a waiver. Top of the rope, there's slide for life, right? It's Marine Corps boot camp, MCRD. So there's plenty of obstacles for you. So you're not just, it's not going to be A to B 3 miles, right? You're not going to do an 18-minute 3 mile and come in first place. I'm hoping there's mud. In fact, I hope it rains. I hope we got to crawl through some mud. Who knows? And I don't know if they even describe it much on the website. Can they find it out? Boot camp challenge. So prepared to be challenged. Right. And within our, if it ain't raining, Menachem says it right there. If it ain't raining, we ain't training. That's right. So of our, hopefully we get 2 or 3 teams, and then we'll have our own little competition of our internal SFMF teams. It's gonna be great. October 18th. Mark your calendars. We're gonna be there. Okay, that's enough. It says rain, mud. Remember the fun run, the mud run we did at Camp Pendleton? No way it's gonna be that intense, Kimi. So the mud run we did at Camp Pendleton, that was intense. That was cool though. We did stop and fired weapons, right? With some tire flips, and that was pretty great hills. There's no hills on MCRD. Flat. The only flat place in California is on MCRD. So you know it's flat. There'll be. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some tires you're going to have to flip, right? Some ropes you're going to have to do something with. Cargo net, maybe. Ooh, there's an A-frame. You got to climb up pretty high A-frame. We'll see. Sponsor with the pizza party. It's a great idea. When is the next one so I can save up for it? Where can I look for that information? They do it every year. I think it's like the 4th or 5th year, right? Near the ball. It's in October, so it's not for the ball, but I think it's close. LZ's prep. Thanks, Carl. October 18th. The boot camp MCRD boot camp challenge. GTS it, baby. Google that stuff. I'm sure you can find it there. The producer sent it to me. Maybe can we put the flyer on the channel? We'll get that information out to you. But we'll be there. Awesome. 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 So start working out now. No excuses, right? No excuses. We're gonna have some competitions, and we'll see. I'm practicing lifting ammo cans by using boxes of donuts. There you go. McJunkin, always working, right? So maybe you can get 2 dozen of donuts, so you can one for each, like ammo cans. Whatever you do, right? Menachem asked about mowing lawn. Is that PT? Anything you're doing, get off the couch. That's PT. Maybe not enough, but it's better than nothing. Awesome. David Bryant, we're going to be in touch with you in the next couple of days. Oh, show. We're coming out. We're gonna check it out. So give us a day or two. Still letting the dust kind of settle. I'm with Annie Benani, like, ooh, just kind of shake it off a little bit before we get out there. But we definitely are gonna get out there. So I'll be in touch. I'll send you a message here really soon. Everyone else, Doc, definitely keep y'all posted. And I'm telling you, as soon as we can sign up, can you even sign up now? If we can sign up now, we'll get a, yeah. We need our 3rd person. I'm looking at the producer. As soon as we have our 3rd person, we'll sign up, and we'll tell you the process. We'll let you know how it went and how you can sign up as well, and how we can sponsor you. All right. Kelly, we're gonna end it on that. A strong mind never gives up, always ready to continue. That's how we are. Thank you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you all. Again, another amazing Sunday. God bless you all. We'll see you Wednesday. I don't know for sure, but watch for the post, watch the shorts. Simplify, my friends. Era and gig 'em.